So who are the biggest boom or bust players for 2024 fantasy football? This is a fantasy sports boss. Guys, hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. What are you waiting for? Now, listen, for the 2024 season, this is every season. There are certain players that can either turn out really good or really bad. Win you a championship or help you clinch last place in your league. So there's certain players at each position this season as well that stand out as bigger risks, but also, again, carry that potential to carry you to a league championship. And a lot of these are pretty obvious. We'll start with the quarterback. So the biggest boom or bust quarterback to me is Anthony Richardson. All right, we saw last year in the limited time that he played for the Indianapolis Colts, he was electric, right? He was right there among the league leaders in the NFL and fantasy points per game among the all the quarterbacks. And, the electric runner, cannon of an arm. Accuracy is a question mark, but when you combine the running with the passing, like Anthony Richardson, could finish QB1 and nobody would be surprised. But the downside is takes a lot of hits, injury prone, could not stay on the field last year. So Anthony Richardson could either, again, win you a league, or he can go get injured, week 2 and really put you in a bind at the quarterback position. Now, at quarterback, though, let me rephrase that. You're not going to be in a bind because quarterback, you can certainly recover from a devastating injury there, unlike, losing your starting running back or starting wide receiver because, the depth at quarterback is decent. But still, Anthony Richardson, to me, he's the biggest boom or bust guy that you can get at the quarterback position. Everybody else, if you look at the quarterback position, you can go Jaden Daniels in terms of another boom or bust. Jalen Hurts, these are all runners who take a lot of hits and that tend to get injured. So that those three in particular are the biggest boom or bust at the quarterback position. Now at running back, the easy call there is De'Von Achane. Like again, De'Von Achane is the most electric runner in football. Outside of Bijan Robinson, Breece Hall, Christian McCaffrey, he's like that good. We saw how good he was putting up those ridiculous totals early last season before he got injured. But there's the rub. Just like Anthony Richardson at quarterback, De'Von Achane gets hurt. And the added caveat here is that he's in a crowded backfield with Raheem Mostert, primarily 18 touchdowns on the ground last year. He's not going anywhere. So De'Von Achane, to me, is the biggest boom or bust guy. Another big one is Kyren Williams. We already talked about the punt return issue, which to me is just crazy. A guy who's always injured, tough time staying on the field. Now you're going to make him the punt returner in addition to running the football. I know he started last season doing both, but they took those duties away from him quickly when they realized how good he was running the football, and Cam Akers wasn't the answer. So to me, this is just ludicrous. And I think the Blake Corum threat is real. It's not going away. And I think Kyren Williams, I've been consistent on this since May. Stay away. Major bust potential there. All right. Now, as far as the other boomer bust guys, Kenneth Walker is another one. He carries potential every season, but he gets hurt a lot. And Zach Charbonnet behind him is very talented. So I think those three running backs are the biggest boomer bust. At wide receiver, I think it's Tyreek Hill. I'm sorry. When you're 30 years old, you start coming up with soft tissue injuries. Last year, he did, he got hurt late in the season, and he's very wedded, obviously, to Tua Tagovailoa, who is among the most injury-prone quarterbacks in football. So that's a problem for Tyreek Hill if Tua Tagovailoa gets hurt. Another boomer bust guy, Puka Nacua. He's already hurt. He's got a knee issue. Should be ready for week 1. But Cooper Kupp himself is fully healthy, and I think he is going to be the leading receiver on this team. Him and Matthew Stafford have a rapport with each other. I think that's going to be rediscovered this season. Major boomer bust potential with Puka Nacua. Listen, Garrett Wilson, same thing. Aaron Rodgers goes down, Garrett Wilson's in trouble. Now, I know he caught 90-plus passes last year. He made the best of situations, speaks how talented he is. But Garrett Wilson is a boomer bust guy because he's going late in the first, early second round, and he's tied to an aging quarterback. All right, tight end. Not much in the way of boomer bust tight ends. I guess on a per-game basis, you can go George Kittle because he runs very, very hot and cold. But really, every other tight end here, I think, is decently priced and doesn't carry insane risk. Let me know who you think your boomer bust players are. Post in the comments below. Hit the subscribe button. Live stream this weekend. Stay tuned.